New Six Samurai support has been announced, and people are going crazy about these cards. I only read a few of them. I read the new Shien, but I'm going to more formally look at these cards and see what they do. But first, what is Six Samurai doing right now?
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
If I look at the breakdown, it looks like we don't have TCG or OCG stats because it's doing nothing in those formats. We are abusing Isold, we're abusing Saryuja, and where is the Gateway of the Six? It is limited to one in all formats, so okay, a lot of people see this deck as a degenerate deck, and in a lot of ways it is degenerate. You're not a normal deck if you're playing the Bamboo Swords and summoning Saryuja every time. And Rongo is still in the statistics because it looks like people stop playing the deck once Rongo is banned. So, recent decks. This one's not legal because it has Rongo. Wow, we really dropped the deck after Rongo. This dude just forgot to put Rongo in their deck. Okay, otherwise they're all playing Rongo. This one dude's gonna write, maybe I forgot Rongo. Nothing about Rongo in your notes, okay. Main strategy to win is Trushilla Loop. Wow, almost as toxic as Rongo. So going into this review, the deck either first turn kills you with Rongo or loops your entire hand with Trushilla. Can we get away from that with these newly announced cards? Let's see. The Anarchist Monk of the Six Samurai. Let's do it like that. Level 3, 500. You can only special summon this. The first effect to this card's name once per turn. You can only use the second and third once each per turn. Okay. You control Six Samurai other than this name. You could special summon from your hand. It is a tuner, level 3 tuner, okay. And what else to do? If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a Six Samurai quick play spell from your deck to your hand. So I'm sure there's some new quick play cards to look at, but let's see if there's older ones that are also good. Quick play Six Samurai cards, the older ones. So this is the new one. The older ones, I kind of remember using Cunning and Duel Links a little bit, and the Asceticism also in Duel Links. This would be able to summon a Six Samurai with the same attack but different name, so that was a kind of a cool play. And probably not viable in Master Duel for the best way to play the deck, though, if you're not playing a degenerate version. And then what about this one? This was send a Six Samurai to then target a Six Samurai in either player's graveyard special summon. It's kind of like a Circle of the Fire King if you wanted to play that. And we'll read the quick play spell in a bit, the new one. A Six Samurai monster synchro summon using this card as material gains the effect of the levels of all monsters your opponent controls are reduced by 1. Wow. A floodgatey effect. It's kind of floodgatey. And who would that even impact on the tier list? They can't rank 8 Xyz, otherwise they could still link. Rescue A's is, link. Fusion summoning, I guess some of their Xyz is. Purely, I guess that doesn't really do much against the popular decks at the moment, but a nice little tiny floodgate effect on it, sure. And that's like Stygian Dirge, right? The Dirge, is that what that card is? The Dirge, that was popular for a little bit in Duel Links. Reduce the levels of all your opponent's monsters by 1, yeah. And then we have Instructor of the Six Samurai. What is this doing? It is a tuner, 200. You can special summon this through once per turn, second and third, so it's similar to the other one. You control a 6 Sam that's not this one. You could special summon this from the hand. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you could add a 6-strike card from your deck to your hand. Probably only the newer cards are called 6-strike. Oh, wait. These are 6-strike also? I don't think these are probably relevant. I don't remember these ever really being used. So, I don't know, but correct me if I'm wrong if people already cooked with the older cards, otherwise we'll read the new ones. And then a 6 Samurai synchro using this as material gains your monsters your opponent control loses 500 attack. Now, this is a similar effect to Valmonica, and this opens up you being able to use a different kind of rank 4 Xyz that I noticed that Valmonica was using, and I do want to showcase it real quick because maybe 6 Sam could use this card based off of that effect. And that card is, I do want to show it real quick, this one. This rank 4 Xyz. If you target a face-up attack position monster your opponent controls whose current attack is different from its original attack, you can now quick play rank 4 Xyz, pop their monster, and draw a card. So if maybe we have a way to put this in the deck in addition to having a 6 Sam reducing their attack, and then you can now play this, Probably not, though, but it's an option. It's what Valmanica, some of them are using. Okay, so that's something. What else we have? And then this one I did read earlier. So this is level 6 Dark Warrior Synchro Effect Monster, Warrior Tuner, and requires a non-tuner 6 Samurai. So is it easier to summon than the other Xian already? The other Xian is requiring the same thing. Warrior Tuner plus 1 non-tuner 6 Samurai. Now the regular Xian has the effect of once per turn, negate a spell or trap and destroy it. And if this would be destroyed, you could destroy another 6 Samurai instead. So it shares that same effect. It cannot be destroyed as long as you could destroy another card instead. And is it even a hard once per turn? It's not. So multiple times. Generally, some cards like Branded Opening will protect you once. This is you keep on having another 6 Samurai to protect you from destruction, you are protected from being destroyed. So that's pretty good. And then now instead of negating spell and traps, it negates monster effects. So that's pretty cool if you can get both of them on the field. Spell and trap card negate for the level 5, level 6, negate monster effects. And then the cool effect also on Synchro Summon, add a 6 Samurai monster or Xian effect monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So if you, I don't know the plays, but if the deck could easily summon this on your 5th summon or less, we have built-in anti-Nibiru and built-in extension. So that's how I view this. Anti-Nibiru if we could summon on the 5th summon, and then extend into possibly summoning afterward a regular Xian. Any deck that could easily anti-Nibiru on the 5th summon or less, that's generally a deck that just is inherently pretty good. Like Rukalos is easily summoned on the 5th summon or less. Gigantic Sprite easily summoned on the 5th summon or less. But again, I don't know how this deck works if that's going to be the case. And then Anishi. Anishi in Duel Links. I know, why do I keep talking about Duel Links? It's like, probably the closest 6 Sam was played to how it was supposed to be played, and not degenerately Rongo locking or Trishilling your opponent, was in Duel Links. Like, let's be honest, it was a tier 0 deck where it was actually summoning a Xian, and it was also summoning an Anishi. The Anishi had the quick effect of you could spin a card your opponent controls back to the hand. So that was very cool. So along that theme of banishing from your grave to spin a card back to the opponent's hand, you have this. You can only use the 1st and 3rd effect once per turn. So the 2nd effect is warrior monster you control gain 500 attack and defense during the battle phase only. Sure. And then if this Synchro Summon card is summoned, if it's Synchro Summoned, not Special Summoned, you can banish any number of 6 Samurai monsters from your graveyard, return that many cards your opponent controls. Now, unfortunately, it does target. Generally, non-targeting would be better. And my big question is, how do we summon this on the opponent's turn? Is that possible? If it's only on your turn to wipe up their field, maybe that could be pretty cool. But otherwise, I would like to think about summoning this on the opponent's turn. So I'm thinking the Hoppier, right? Or if there's built-in a way to do so. During your opponent's main phase, target a face-up you control, special summon this, then synchro into the Anishi. It would work. It's a regular tuner, doesn't have to be a warrior tuner. I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but that's just a general idea I have. And then if this card is sent to the graveyard, special summon one of your banished 6 Samurai monsters. So this is a level 6, and the smaller Xian is level 5. So I'm thinking, use the level 5 to make the level 6. You'd have to have a level 1 tuner, and then banish the Xian from your graveyard to then spin their cards back, and then get the Anishi into the graveyard, maybe link over it, link summon, and then reborn your Xian back on the field. That could be a play. What else we have here? We have the quick play. Now, the quick play searcher, one of the monsters search for a quick play, right? Let me search that real quick. Quick play. If this card's sent from the field to the graveyard, you could add a 6 Samurai quick play from your deck to your hand. Okay, so maybe this is the quick play we're going to use. 6 strike. This says you can only use the first one. You can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name per turn, and only once that turn. So first of all, do we appreciate how OCG is wording these cards? Because when it comes to the English version, the TCG and Master Duel version, they're probably going to take away all of the bullet points and the numbering. Now, you can only use the first, and you can only use one of the first and second per turn, and only once that turn. You have to choose. So let's read the last text. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target a 6 Samurai in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So the weaker effect. Now, what's the better effect? That's what I'm assuming. apply one of these effects, or if you control 2 or more 6 Samurai, you could apply both in sequence. Special summon a 6 Samurai with 2,000 or less attack from your hand or graveyard. And then you could change one monster your opponent controls with 2,000 or less attack to face down defense position. So it is a searchable Book of Moon and reborn a 6 Samurai from your hand or graveyard, but the Anishi only triggers on sync or summon, right? Only sync, so you can't like reborn this from the grave, then spin their field back is what I'm thinking. Okay, you know, quick effect Book of Moon, that's something. I don't know if there's any other, is that it? So I do really like the Shien. I would really like to think about, is there a way to summon Anishi during the opponent's turn outside of the Hop Ear Squadron? And you know what? Let me check YouTube real quick if there's some plays. Oh, yeah, okay, that's also good to note. This is non-target Book of Moon, so searchable non-target Book of Moon. All right. Yep, Spirit, because we control 6 Samurai, special summon the level 3 tuner. Then we're gonna link off. This card will be able to search your deck for the Bushido counter Gateway. Okay. Got the Gateway, Monster Reborn. If we're looping, I'm out of here. Like, well, please don't loop. Let's be normal, please. Bushido counters off of our 6 Sam summons. That's the new one, special summon. Asceticism, we're actually using Asceticism, which I thought maybe we were not gonna use. Summon from the deck, regular Shien. Okay, we have Spell and Trap card. So already we're playing into Nibiru. I guess we were not able to summon the level 6 one in a within 5 summons. Quick play, Reborn, okay. Now we got it. Now we got the Monster Negate. Okay, searching our deck for anything, special summon. I almost want Gateway banned and then for us to have support to make the deck top tier without it. All right, we're seizing. Move the counters, search again, special summon. I feel like Gateway's holding back the deck from being allowed to be top tier. It's just not allowed to be top tier with it in Saryuja. Like, it's still gonna be a toxic deck. Special summon, oh my gosh. Yeah, so we have Spell and Trap card negate, Monster negate. Let's speed this up. I don't know about you, but I feel like there's missing support, right? Should there be more? Maybe there's more to this. This can't be just everything, is it? We now have Natura Beast, Infinite, Spell, Negate, Apollo. Wow, I love Apollo, my favorite 6 Samurai. Let's go. Let's use up the rest of our counters. Infinite Spell, Negate, yep. Negate. I don't even use my, wow! Naturia Beast, the 6 Samurai, and Apollo, the 6 Samurai, didn't even need the other 6 Samurai to win the duel. Nice. It's not Shark's fault. It's probably just the best way to play it. Where's the Anishi? How about a cool way to summon Anishi on the opponent's turn? Konami can't figure that out? I'm gonna say I'm disappointed. Whoa, when did we summon that? We're just summoning it early? Why? What else are we doing here? Wow, Quadra Negate Apollo, mates, Centurion, uh-oh. Why was Anishi even summoned? So we reduced their levels, so they got screwed. We have the built-in floodgate. Instead of being level 12 on the field, they're level 10. So, you know, we got a built-in floodgate now. Screwed up Synchroing. All right. Didn't even Anishi affect to Reborn a Banish. I guess that affects for nothing. And the on-summon spin the field back. I guess that was sometime. All right, so there you go. 6 Samurai. My day, back in the day of Duel Links, it was a pretty cool deck of being tier 0, having a Shien plus an Anishi to negate and then spin a card back and some cool plays. I honestly am not a fan of the new way of playing it with abusing the Bushido counters on Gateway. It's not new. That was always how it was back in the day. I also played against the deck when it was top tier in the TCG, where it also, wasn't having and abusing Apollo USA and Saryuja, and I do remember Barkion was being summoned in some builds, and I think even Naturia Beast in some builds also, maybe also in the main builds, but Trishilla looping, Rongo, and just summoning 100 times into Giant Apollos. Otherwise, hopefully we could cook up something cooler with the deck.